everyone, I'm doing a book review this time on The Shadows Between Us, written by this lovely person up here. I'm not going to butcher her name, it's not fair. So there we go. So The Shadows Between Us came in Fairy Loot's, where are we now? February box, I think. Obviously because of the pandemic, book boxes have all been delayed. We're all waiting for March's boxes, which are going to come out next month. We can be patient. You know, something to look forward to. Anyway, I finally have caught up and read this book. I was so totally late and missed the readathon, which was a bit gutting. There was no excuse for it, I just didn't read it. What was I reading? I was reading The Midnight Lie. Yeah, I have thoughts on that one. So The Shadows Between Us is basically billed as a Slytherin romance. You know I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so the idea that this is Slytherin is kind of like, yeah, I'm not bothered. Just nothing for me. So I would say this is a story of a woman in a society where women are considered property. And she's having none of that. She lives her life according to her rules. And if that means she's killed someone, then hey. But it also means she gets to have fun. She gets to do what she wants. It's on her terms and no man is going to hold her to task for it. They can't blackmail her. And she doesn't care. She has one goal. She wants to marry the king, kill him, rule the kingdom, have all the power, make life easier for herself and the women in her kingdom. That's her main goal. And I love her for it. The fact that she is stepping up and saying, I'm not doing this to make lives better for everybody. Yeah, I can change some rules. I'm doing this because I want power that has been denied to me my entire existence. Brilliant. What more motive do I need to read this book? It's a romance. Okay, yes, it's a romance. But when your main character is setting out to seduce and kill the other main character, that ain't no normal romance. So I'm on board with this. Some people may find that a bit hard to stomach. Our lead lady, therefore, is not instantly likeable. We don't automatically feel for her. We don't root for her because obviously she's out to kill someone in order to gain power. And, you know, for most people, that's not a good reason. We kind of like our heroines a bit more softer, a bit more, I'm doing this for good reasons. I'm doing this to improve things. I'm doing this for the greater good. Our lead character, she's doing it for herself. Good for her. So I like her instantly already. I will say this is an extremely easy read. There's no waffle. It sticks on task. There's a little bit of a subplot in there which is just gently ticking underneath, but it never interferes with the main focus of the story, which is our lead girl getting the king, killing him, and getting the kingdom. I liked it a lot. Alessandra, I'm going to go with that. She's feisty, she's independent, she's strong, she's stubborn, she's quick to anger, which means she's learnt to control herself really well. She's not afraid to speak her mind. I really liked it when she got to court and completely trounced all the rules and etiquette that women are expected to perform in this kingdom. She refuses to go and introduce herself to the king. It's like, no, I've come to the ball, I'm going to dance, I'm going to have a good time, I'm not going to ignore pompous so-and-so on the throne because, you know, I want him to notice me. Right from the start, this woman is playing the game to get her goal. And she's not afraid to be herself to do it. And I really love that. And the fact that she makes friends in the court. I love the girls. So her two mates that she meets up in court with, Rhonda and Hestia. I love that they tell us more about the way that women are treated in this world by the way that they behave in court. Rhonda's a widow and she's still expected to be in mourning a year later, very Victorian. And Alessandra helps her discover her romance and the love of her life because Rhonda can afford to look for that and she has money and property in her own right. Hestia is very nervous. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know how to behave. So she copies people to feel comfortable in her own skin. And again, she's given the confidence by the way Alessandra behaves and the way that she says, you know, be yourself, be who you are, because otherwise you're going to end up miserable. And I really like how she grows. Even though she's a side character, she grows as a character to have her own confidence and strength in herself as a woman, as a person. And I love that. The Shadow King himself, obviously, because of the nature of his character, he's very cut off, he's very aloof for a lot of it. And because the story is told through Alessandra's eyes, it's very much first person telling, then we only get to see what she experiences of the Shadow King. And it's quite some time before I thought, actually, I can see where this is going to be heading. But for a lot of it, he is just literally this royal figure that's going to be her main goal. There, like I said, there is a subplot going on. Previously, the current Shadow King's parents were murdered by someone at court. So everyone who's at court has been kept there because he's trying to figure out who the murderers are. And so there's that plot going on as well. And that's quite clever, but a little bit out of the blue in its reveal at the end. It's not particularly obvious. I would say, I don't want to pull it down, but it felt as a little bit of an afterthought who the killer was and why they were doing it. So I was a little bit disappointed with that. But in a 350-page book, there's only so much backstory and character development you can give to a subplot when it's all been told from one person's point of view who's not even linked to the murder. So it's quite interesting. I did like how Alessandra very gradually, very subtly changes over the course of this book. She never stops being true to who she is, but certainly her end goals start to waver. Probably about 2/3 of the way through the book, I would say, it's becoming obvious that something has changed in her. I don't want to spoil it. So I'm going to leave that there, I think. I'm not going to say any more about that. But yeah, certainly she does grow as a person. And for some that might make her more likeable. Well, there we are. I would say if you're struggling with this book by around page 50 because you're not liking the main character, then you're probably not going to enjoy this book. Because like I say, it is told from her point of view. It is about her. Yes, she does have a character arc, but if you're not enjoying her, if you can't stomach her actions, then probably this might not be the book for you. But do bear in mind, it is doing something slightly different with the romance trope. And having a leading lady in a very strict male-dominated society who will not stand for that is quite rare. I mean, we get rebel girls in historical society, but at no point do they deliberately flout the rules. They might vent about it, but they stay within the rules. Alessandra does not stay within the rules, and I think that makes her quite an interesting person in this pseudo-historical setting. So the Shadows Between Us, I will say, is certainly geared towards a particular reader. Certainly if you like your enemies to lovers trope, you will love this. If you want a strong, independent, feisty leading lady who does what she wants, how she wants, because she wants, without any trauma pushing her into doing that, this, I would say, would probably be the book for you. There is some murder. There is some graphic violence in here. But that's about it. It's all pretty gentle. Even the sex scenes are very much, we turn away from the camera. There's nothing gratuitous in here. It's very light on the content, I would say. So, you know, you don't need to worry about that kind of thing if you're given to a 14-year-old to read. I think most people will be quite happy with that. So The Shadows Between Us, have you read it? If you have, let me know your thoughts down below, please. Try and keep it spoiler free because obviously there is quite a big plot development in here that could be a massive spoiler if you were looking forward to reading this book. I've tried to be as loose as possible with details. Even I think I've told you too much as well. It's quite nice going in this one blind, I would say. As always, there is a small booktuber link in the description box down below, as is the link to all my social media and my book blog down there, where there may be more slightly condensed ramblings from me. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're getting to read all those books you want to read. And if you're not, don't forget about it. Go and binge watch some stuff instead. As always, thank you very much for watching and happy reading. Bye.